Just tweet it out here so everybody can join in. 1 second. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right, let me make sure this is coming through okay. Good stuff. All right, let me make sure this is coming through okay. I switched to my headset here. 1 second. Good stuff. All right. All right. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, good, good, good. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. And so happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. So today we're going to be continuing our series here on what happened with. And today we're going to be talking about what happened with Plug today. So we'll be talking about that one today. But before we get started, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right, so what we're going to do is what we always do is we're going to take a look and see where we left off in the market today, and then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what we're up to or down to here this evening. And then we'll go over the topic, and then we'll take questions and chart requests. So let's get started. All right, so SPX up 21 points today, fresh all-time highs today, as again, we continue to take the monthly chart up, right? Remember, we had this inside month here, and we held that, and we got some follow-through here this month already. Okay, weekly chart, again, it was turning into an inside week. We started to break up here, got the fresh highs, and our wave count is still holding strong. So reasonable, right? So what do? We had the ABC move here. We had our impulsive wave 1, ABC 2, 1, 2, 3, 4... so it's a 1, 2, 1, 2, right? 3, 4, 5. Here's your wave 3. Here's your wave 4 pullback, right? Give a little ABC down right there, and then we're impulsing up right here. So let's see if we can get all the way to the top of the channel, and then we'll see what happens from there. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at the intraday price action. Okay, so it was kind of choppy here today, right? So we had a big move, right? We had a big move here on the 15th, right? Yesterday was Fed day. We did get a little bit generally pretty strong on, even though they pushed it back into the close. So anybody who was stuck short got caught here at the open, got squeezed out. And then we just kind of chopped around today. It was a really choppy day today. I mean, it was just blah on the SPX and SPY today, and not much, except on the S&P futures. We got one little bounce that made sense, right, after the gap fill, right? So they filled the gap right here with this lower shadow, and then we ended up getting a bounce off of that, which was okay. But generally, it was just really, really narrow range today. So, but is what it is, continuing to work its way up so far. Again, wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a pullback coming here, but let's take a look at the levels right here. So again, these are the levels we provide to our members for each market open. You see, we basically just stayed range bound between these levels, right? So here's your gap fill, right? Yesterday's high, right? We bounced off of that right here. It was also right at the all-time highs. So they tested the all-time highs one more time, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and kind of worked its way up, and then they pushed it up into the close. They couldn't quite tag the level here, but they grabbed it at the open. So good stuff there. Let's take a look. These are the levels that we provide for our members in the Bubble Report and in the Elite Access Group for the futures, right? So cool stuff right here. So this is the stuff we pay attention to, right? We look at supply and demand zones. We look at which we call our signal zones, right? So we got a nice bounce off of the signal zone here after filling the gap, right? Yesterday's real-time hours, right? The regular trading hours highs. We bounced off of that and got a pretty decent move up right here, kind of grindy, right, type thing. Then we tagged that signal zone again one more time before a little bit of a bounce here. So right now we're still kind of chopping around into the after hours. We are down a little bit. It looks like it's down like 2.5 points. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a geometric line here. We're going to put a geometric line. We'll start from here, off this little mini pivot right here, and see what we have in store for the rest of the evening. So good stuff there. So today we're going to be wrapping up our series this week on what happened with. And today we're going to be talking about what happened with Plug today. So Plug was an interesting one. So guys, in the Bubble Report, anybody out there who's a Bubble Report member knows that our good friend Paul Algo382, he puts 2 fresh wave counts in the Bubble Report each day. So Plug did not make the Bubble Report today. However, in the Elite Access Group, in the Discord, he does post a watch list with about 4 or 5 wave counts. And one of those wave counts today was Plug. And so what did Paul like about Plug? Let's take a look at this one here. This is a good Elliott wave setup, but it's also a good candlestick setup as well. So let's take a look and see what happened with Plug today. So what we were seeing on it. So let's take a look here. So Plug. So let's take a look again. Obviously, the monthly chart has been really strong. That's one of the things I want to point out about Plug. This thing is in a massive uptrend, right? It's also in kind of this electric sector, right? Which has been really powerful recently, electric vehicles, batteries, and all that stuff. Everybody loves this stuff these days, right? So this has been moving up, especially with the new administration coming in, talking about doing more stuff to do electric vehicles, things like that. So that's just been adding some added hype to this move up. So it's been really strong here on the monthly chart and on the weekly chart. And on the daily chart, it got really tight. Right? And in fact, it got so tight. How tight? It got tight with an inside day. So what we like here, again, when you're day trading, it helps. I know it's hard, but sometimes it helps to have a daily chart up. If you can fit it on your screen somewhere, if you have a separate monitor or something like that, just to, if you have your watch list of stocks, to see what's going on in the daily chart, because you can catch these momentum moves through these geometric levels, right? So we had an inside day. We talked about Netflix this week with the double inside day up, and today Plug gave an inside day up, which is really cool. But let's take a look at the wave count on this one, right? So what Paul said today is that it looked like it was working on a fresh wave up, right? So, and why would we think that, right? Well, here's your impulsive move up, kind of this 1-2, right? 1-2, right? Here's a big pullback right here. And then we had this subwave move up and then a pullback, right? So at this point, right, this starts to get really interesting. This is the hourly chart right here without the extended hours on. But if you kind of go from this low right here to that recent impulsive move up, right, you can see you had a nice 50% retrace off of that. It held the 382 really well and then pushed off of that, and then into today gave a really nice move. Okay, so how do you jump in that? Well, like I said, if you're watching the daily chart, you can catch the momentum move there, but it also gave some setups on the intraday. In fact, it gave a beautiful one, right? So it gave a beautiful retrace right here. Now, not only was it fantastic, the open, just a beautiful momentum move right here. And you guys know I love at the open when your second candle has more volume than the first, and it's green, right? So you had a green candle at the first, and you had a nice 5-minute candle right here. You had a pause candle right here, and then a beautiful move up there for the 15-hour breakout. But what was also nice about Plug is it gave another entry. So here, it pulled back, but look where it pulled back. Take a look. Let's see. So let's go here from the lows. Let's go to the highs. Right to the 618. I mean, it doesn't get any nicer than that, right? So you get this nice little doji reversal right here, which we've done videos on and we've talked about in the past. And you got a beautiful reversal off this one. So this is perfect, right? So at 50 Elliott wave count, right, we were looking for an impulsive move up, right, starting at, I think Paul put in the report or in the watch list, a fresh wave 3. Here's your move up here, right? So that's your impulsive wave up right there. And here's your A, A, B, C move down to the 618, and then it continued to work its way up. Right, so beautiful stuff right there. And the 15-minute chart, look how nice these candles are, right? Nice little, almost a tweezer bottom right here off the 618, and it just kind of just pushed its way up very, very nicely throughout the day-to-day. So that's what happened with Plug, guys. I mean, beautiful stuff. I mean, just a clean chart all around. Nice inside day, nice geometric level breakout, nice wave count on it, and a nice momentum move through the geometric level, and a nice pullback on the intraday to get it going. So good stuff there. So that's what happened with Plug. Hope you guys found that helpful. And at this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. So good stuff. Rocky, early bird. Let's take a look here. You got Snap in there. Let's take a look at the Snap attack. So Snap had some strong moves yesterday, and actually some pretty strong moves today too, right? So very, very strong at the open. Again, good momentum, and like I said, guys, increasing volume here, right? This is on the day trade side, right? Green candle, increasing volume, and you got that nice follow through on Snap today, and then it kind of dwindled down, right? So, but right now, upper shadow right here, so it didn't give as much a momentum move as Plug, but it also didn't have an inside day up. So a little bit upper shadow, tag fresh all-time highs, and kind of calm down off of that. So let's see if it consolidates again and gears up for another move. Twitter. Twitter gave us an inside day today, so it broke out right here, and it's just been kind of giving this weird kind of grindy action right here. We hit all-time highs yesterday with this nasty shooting star. We have a very interesting inside day doji. It's also Harami, and let's see if we can break out one way or the other on Twitter. FSR. Yeah, so FSR took an inside day up too. I know you guys are liking this one as well. So again, this is a good inside day up right here, and kind of starting to break out of a really tight downward trend line right here, right? So you kind of have that type of breakout. You can look at it as kind of like a falling wedge, kind of breaking out right there. So let's see if we can get back above that macro, right? Remember this macro geo line again. So keep an eye on FSR. Good find on that one, Rocky. Good stuff. Appreciate it. ZEK, what's going on? Let's take a look at SDC. So SDC with an inside day up, right? So nice move right there. That brings a smile to everybody's face. Vive again, there's an inside day up too. Guys, one of the things that we do in our group is we focus on sectors, right? Sector strength. We like to have tailwinds behind the individual stock names that we trade in. The cloud sector is really strong today, and so Vive got a good move off of that. Baba also got a little bit of a push here today. So look at that little dip buy right there on Baba. Had a good day yesterday, a little bit of a dip and then a bounce. So nice V reversal on that one. Turned into a Dragonfly Doji. So see if that can get some follow through there. And then FUBO. Look at that. Woo! FUBO TV, big mover. Look at the volume on that. That's what I call a breakout candle. Wow. Nice one there. Keep an eye on FUBO. See if it gives you a pause day, or see if it gaps up and gets some continued strength going in tomorrow. So nice stuff there. Good finds. And Shirley sent a few in via email. Shirley, thanks so much. I hope you're doing well. Lulu. Wow, Lulu gave a breakout candle here today after earnings. So nice move right there. Again, right through the geometric level. Lulu looking pretty strong. Let me go ahead and add this one, and I'm gonna add FUBO to the watch list too for tomorrow. Give me 1 second. So Friday tomorrow too, guys. Don't forget it's Friday. So if you can, think about next week's options if you're not comfortable trading the Friday theta momentum. Also, guys, tomorrow is quad witching day, which means at quarterly expiration. For 4 different names, right? You got your options on the futures, your futures, right? And then you got your monthly expirations too. So again, very, very quad witching day can be some shenanigans. So keep an eye out for that. Give me 1 second here on this one. So it's Friday. I think next week's options and great finds there, Shirley. You had Lulu looks good, and ZK, you got FUBO looking pretty good there too. So good stuff there. So we'll keep an eye on those, and then we will see what we can see for later. So good stuff. Great finds here already, guys. Really appreciate it. So good. So that's Lulu. Let's take a look at Okta. Again, another kind of software cloudish type name right there. Nice breakout on that one. Docu. Decent, right? This thing's been kind of just grinding its way up right here. Again, at this point here, it's tough to chase. I would look for a little bit of a retrace and see if they can continue to work its way up. Len, earnings today. Good move, almost a gap and go-ish type move, but pretty strong this morning. Gave a little 15-hour breakout, then kind of a pullback there. FSLY. Yeah, this one got a little bit perky here today. Again, FSLY is a tricky name to trade, but it got really tight right here, then exploded out here and held the ADMA up for the rest of the day there today too. So a little bit upper shadow, not a true breakout candle, but it's really starting to dig into that gap, right? So we got that going on. Nice stuff. Appreciate it. Kaylee, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let's take a look at RVP. Retractable technology. So cool. This is the first time I've seen this one, but good stuff here. Let's see. We've got a retracement right here to the 618. So you got a nice little bounce off of that. Let's see if we can get some follow through off of that. XOM, again, oil sector has generally been pretty weak, but XOM kind of hanging in there. Inside day here today. Let's see if it can try to grind its way up. I mean, what I would do on this one here is just see if we can get kind of again, over today's highs would be pretty good, but a little bit of a geometric on there, maybe a pennant forming. So just kind of keep an eye there on XOM. SPE. Inside day, it's below the ADMA, so a little caution off of that one, but could be interesting. And IGT. Okay, yeah, so there you go, International Game Tech. So that gave a nice push there to the upside. Not as much volume as yesterday, but good follow through off of yesterday's candle. So good stuff there. And then AMD, guys. So this guy, I believe this got an upgrade after hours, if I'm not mistaken. I think Wells Fargo upgraded it after hours, but I don't see it here on the news list. But I heard that they got an upgrade after hours. So again, getting really tight up here. So kind of. We're kind of expecting it to eventually try to get a push here over 100. That magic 100 number will be interesting. So keep an eye on it if it's strong. Watch 100. It might be a little bit of a resistance level, but it could be a good target if it's strong. Bob, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. SPCE. Let's take a look. So SPCE, double inside day. Good gravy, right? So let's keep an eye on it right here. Kind of that ABC pullback right now, right? So let's see if it can get out of that range right there and start to push its way off. I mean, it did have like an offering, I think, after hours, right? Didn't have like an offering. So again, it's down here after hours too. So again, see if they try to buy the dip on it. A lot of times stocks go down off of that news, but hey, Tesla did the same thing and it went up, right? So so we got that going on there too. So good stuff. Merritt, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Laird, what's happening? Let's take a look at NLS. It's one of the favorite names. It's a good sympathy name with Piton, right? So a little bit cheaper, but a good push up there. A little doji sandwich up there, kind of grinding its way up to the cloud. Go. Wake me up before you go. Inside day, sitting on the cloud right there. I'd like to see it get a little more impulsive action, but could be gearing up. It's getting pretty tight down there. Netflix, again, gave us a double pause day and kind of pushed its way up here off of that big breakout candle, right? We talked about this. We did a series on swinging options, right? So today's gap up gave it a little bit of opportunity. However, it was not easy, right? It did not get over its 15-warp high. I mean, it's kind of been struggling with that whole deal, right? So yesterday did, though, right? It did give a push up here, and it closed decently strong, pretty much over the 15-warp high from yesterday. So that's kind of your area of interest, right? And we got some follow through there today. So good stuff there on Netflix. Good stuff. Thanks, Larry. Javier, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at NVDA. Reminder to all to watch, smash the like button. Yeah, we always appreciate that. So NVIDIA is getting so tight here, guys. Inside day yesterday, failed to take it down today, gave a bounce off of the inside day lows right from yesterday, right there. There's your inside day, right? And what happens when you get off the inside day, right? We look for a move through 50% of the range, and we certainly got that, right? So we tested those here, we pushed up there. That's inside day tactics. So good stuff there, and let's see if we can break out of that geometric level on NVIDIA here on the daily chart. Flip, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, zoom. Struggling, right? Maybe a little kind of mini rising wedge right there. So, leaning a little bit bearish on it, and we'll see how it goes going into tomorrow. Victor, what's happening? Should I have sold plug? When? Like if you're still in it? I mean, it did break out here today, but you might get like a little bit of a pause day type tomorrow, right? So, I mean, you kind of look at it right here. You've got your 1, 2, maybe it's working on a 3, 4. Now, keep in mind, right, your wave 4, if that is a sub wave 4 right here, it could work its way down to the 382, but if that's your 1, it can intersect it. So, see how it holds that 236, right? That's kind of an area right there. But again, it could still work its way up, right? It's up a little bit after hours. Maybe it'll give a little bit of a follow-through push tomorrow. So good stuff. Yeah, Flip. Yeah, my pleasure. Javier, what's going on? PDD. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at PDD. Yes, PDT starting to grind its way up right here, right? So it had that nice triangle breakout earlier. The only caution on it, right, if this finished a wave 5, right, sort of like this 1, 2, 3, 4 triangle 5, it could be working on sort of an ABC type move down, so just be careful with that. I do like the increasing volume on it right here, so if you do look at it, it did hold the 618 and continue to push. So a little bit tricky there, but just kind of keep an eye on it, see how it goes. Merit, yeah, Dish. Let's take a look. What happened with Dish? Yeah, so Dish got clocked yesterday, didn't it? Big offering. $2 billion debt offering. Wow. Yeah, so it kind of got clever. There could be a doji sandwich to the downside. So let's kind of keep an eye on that one on the bearish radar for tomorrow, just to see. I mean, they could buy the dip on it, but that's pretty nasty. That's nasty. So we got that going on there. So good. Javier, yeah, Futu. Let's take a look. Futu Holdings getting really tight, right? So just kind of keep an eye on your geometric levels on this one, right? See if we can break out of there. Descending triangle potential. Okay, good stuff. Michael, what's going on? MViz. I love it. Microvision, it did it. It took the inside day up below it. Quadruple trade on quad wedge $5. Nice job. Awesome job, man. J&J looking right. Oh, yeah, big move on J&J there. Good push on that. Nice stuff. NVTA. Nasty gap down right there. See how it holds the cloud. YGMZ. Look at that one. Woo! Good find on that one. WNW. Woo! There's another. This thing's crazy, guys. This thing was $7 2 days ago. It hit $160 today. Goodness gracious. MGI, I think we MGI. There you go. MoneyGram again. Continue to work its way up. Pretty impulsive right there. See if you can catch a pullback on that one. CRSR again. Nice little breakout right there too. And then SPCE with the offering. Let's see if they try to buy the dip on it. So good stuff. Option Shredder. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, and the Dow. The Dow just kind of creeping. The Dow doing the creeper move right there. It kind of looks like a rising wedge too. BX. Look at that thing. I know you mentioned this way back here, right through the geometry. I mean, look at that, how that thing's been grinding its way up. Pretty incredible stuff there. Good find on that one. SKACN. Yeah, I think Accenture, they have some news. Or so, yeah, they gapped up this morning. Was it on earnings? Yeah, big gap on earnings. A nasty little pullback right there. So let's keep an eye on that here and see. Yeah, so didn't really get much of a gap and go. Got over the pivot levels right here. Really couldn't close above it, right? You go to the short-term time frame. Go to the 5-minute chart. Upper shadow makes it a little bit sketchy, right? Declining volume on the next candles, right? And then just kind of choppy for the rest of the day and just kind of drifted down. So see how it holds, see if it can defend the gap right there, but nasty upper shadow. If it breaks down below those, might try to eat into the gap a little bit. So good stuff there. Walmart. Yeah, this is one we're kind of like. Sumi, what's going on? Yeah, sorry. Didn't recognize the initials there. Yeah, but Walmart is looking interesting, right? So I like that inside day. It's up a little bit after hours, too. I mean, we like this one going into the close today. So let's see if we can break out of that inside day today. See if we can push its way up. Definitely Walmart going on the bullish radar, too. Let's put that on there as well. It's nice stuff there on Walmart. And good. Let's see. I'm just keep putting Roku on the bearish radar. I'm just kidding. Roku, I mean, it just keeps on hitting all-time highs. We thought it was done. at 330, but it's hit to like 350. So Target again, still just kind of working its way down right here. It's kind of doing its target thing. But Walmart looking interesting. Michael, yeah, NG. Nova Gold, yeah. So we traded gold this morning. We pointed gold out this morning. So again, it ended up pulling back, but it gave us a real nice momentum move at the open. It was like gold was one of the stronger names for us. Well, okay, let's go with it, right? So that's what helps. That's what helps when you sort by sectors and sector strength. So good stuff there. Tracy, what's going on? Good evening. Yeah, let's take a look at FedEx. So earnings tonight, right? Down about like 10 points. I think they blasted earnings, but it ended up going down. No guidance, right? Yeah, they beat on earnings and no guidance. So that's down off of the no guidance type stuff. So so that's interesting. It might it's had such an epic run, right? So 281 is not that far below. It's actually gapping right down to the 50-day moving average. See if it gives us a reversal tomorrow on FedEx. So it could be interesting there. And MRNA had some news too. What's it doing after hours? It had like some crazy news after hours, like emergency approval for their vaccine and stuff like that. I can't remember if they voted for it or not. Yep, it got approval, so naturally it's a pharma stock, so they always sell the news. They don't always sell the news, but they often do. So that's kind of the action there on MRNA. So good stuff there. And Neil, what's going on? Apple, let's take a look. Yeah, Apple kind of this double pause there right here. Let's see if we can get some strength and give us some Friday fun tomorrow. Neo, again, ended up kind of working on a hammer right there. So let's see if that can get some action too. It's kind of drifting up here. Got a nice little strong close right there. Let's see if it can hang on there into tomorrow. And laser, how's that laser looking? Yeah, inside day in the golden zone. Let's see if we try to work its way over the 80 MA. All right, yeah, Michael, laser, $1 million. I love it. Yeah, so good stuff. Let's see if we can get out of this golden zone and get going. Umesh, what's going on? FSR. Yeah, we looked at this a little bit earlier. Nice inside day up on this one too. And while you're here, Umesh, I'll say, oh yeah, Tesla. So Tesla, guys, all-time highs on Tesla. so a good push on that one there today. Again, it was kind of a cheesy grinder today. It didn't do its typical Tesla where the volume just spikes like that, like in the middle of the day, and gives you that huge run. But it kind of ground its way up. Premiums were still really high on this thing. They needed to do another stock split. Let's do a 6-to-1 stock. Let's do a 10-to-1 stock. So we get it down to $60, so we can have some fun with the premium on that one. And then Sumit, T with the breakdown right there to the 200-day moving average. Thank you for finding another bearish name. So so keep an eye on T right there. It was a great move. One of our members ended up trading this long through the 200-day moving average. Got a great trade on that one. And it's kind of pulling back right here. I mean, I'm going to put on the bearish radar just because of the red candle, right? But it's kind of in the golden zone right there. So see how that holds and hanging on the 200-day. But if it loses the 200-day and some more downside momentum, it could be pretty nasty. So we got that going on. Reed, what's going on? Gonna say, yeehaw! I love it. Javier, my pleasure. Tracy at Costco. Welcome to Costco. I love you. So, look at Costco is pulling back. That's awesome. Probably a buyable dip, right? So maybe a little bit of a falling wedge type thing right here, any diagonal type stuff. So holding on the 50-day moving average. See if we go to the 8-day and continue to push on Costco. So good stuff there. And Bob, yeah, lemonade, please. So lemonade with a nice push up today. So again, these guys don't make the lemonade. I think they sell insurance, right? So, but it is what it is. It's getting a lot of volume action in here. So a nice push up there today on lemonade. Good little tight action right here. Nice little double inside 15 triangle. Breakout started to get some volume coming in here. So the volume and then real volume started to come in. And then big push on that one. Really nice there. Good stuff on lemonade. Michael Biddy. The Biddy. I know this thing, goodness gracious. What a pullback it did. What a buyable dip on that one. Right? Isn't that crazy? It's just incredible. Again, this is affecting other names. Overstock, Riot, right? Square, PayPal, all that stuff. I mean, this stuff is getting big, right? Look at that. Just look at all these lower shadow off the 618 off that big move up. And then Bitcoin, HODL. I love it. It's epic. Had to trim a little. There you go. Good sign. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks so much for tuning in. You're the best. Bob, what's going on? Insurance for lemonade stands. I love it. Exactly. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed this series on what happened with. And today was a fun one with Plug. Again, guys, I appreciate everybody for being here. If you're new here, definitely click the subscribe button and the notification button. Also, if you've been considering joining our group, be sure to check that out too. Links in the description. Not only do we have the bubble report, but Elite Access members get the bubble report. They get the newsletter on the weekend. They have access to the Discord and the private Twitter. And it really is a great group. We talk all day and find good setups and help each other, which is really nice. So would love to have you there. And again, guys, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow for the Good Morning Market Prep video. For subscribers, we'll see you for the Bubble Report and in the streams bright and early. And again, guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you guys soon. And stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game. Oh, Fred, you tuned in. What's going on? Michael, Michael, let's get some volatility quad witching tomorrow. Yeah, so Google. Let's take a look, Fred. Yeah, Google, not looking good right there, but it is holding. We got kind of some support down here, right? So it's kind of holding that area. So maybe there's a chance for Google. It's such a hard name to trade. MRNA down after hours, of course, right? They like to sell the news on the biotech name. So, but they do have a vaccine. See if they try to buy the dip on that. So good stuff. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. And not only will we see all you guys for the newsletter and all that stuff, but don't forget Sunday night to tune in as Paul joins us for the Elliott Wave Show, Riding the Waves with John and Paul. So looking forward to seeing you guys then, too. So stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe so you can stay in the game.